Morning student, welcome to botany class. Today we are going to see the botany basic. So yesterday we have discussed about define botany and what is the plant, and the plant kingdom is include, and the father of biology, and then father of zoology, and father of botany, and father of taxonomy, and the classification of kingdom Plantae, characteristic features of the kingdom Plantae, and what is cryptogams and the characteristic features of cryptogams. These are things we have already seen in the previous videos. Now we are going to see the flow chart, the plant kingdom classification. So the plant kingdom is broadly divided into two categories, that is a cryptogams and the phanerogams. So what is a cryptogam? So cryptogams mean the non-seeded or non-flowering plant. Phanerogams mean flowering and seeded plants. The cryptogam is further divided into three categories, that is Thallophyta, Bryophyta and Pteridophyta. So in this video we have discussed about the cryptogams classification. The cryptogams are broadly classified into two categories, that is a non-vascular plant and a vascular plant. So what is a non-vascular plant? That means it do not have the conductive tissues. That is, a xylem and phloem is absent. So xylem is help for conduction of water, phloem is help for conduction of food material. So the xylem and phloem is absent in this group of the plant. It will be classified under the non-vascular cryptogams. Okay, so this plant is already present inside the water or near the water bodies. So that's why you do not require the conductive tissues. So the non-vascular plant is further divided into Thallophyta and Bryophyta. So the cryptogams mean non-flowering plant. Further it will be divided into non-vascular cryptogam and vascular cryptogams. So what is the non-vascular cryptogams? There is no conductive. Already I told you there is no conductive tissues. That is, the xylem and phloem will be absent. So xylem, it will be help for conduction of water from the root to all the part of the plant body. Phloem, it will be help for the food material, the conduction of food material from the leaf to all the part of the plant body. So the conductive tissues like xylem and phloem will be absent. So that's why this is called non-vascular cryptogams. The plant are very small in size. When compared to vascular cryptogams, it will be very small in size, and the plant body is very simple. The tissues are not well differentiated, and it must be live in the damp area or the marsh location. So in the damp area, that is near the water bodies, okay, there is no true root, leaves and stem. So in this group, that is a non-vascular cryptogam plant, it do not have any true root, leaves and stem. Okay, instead of that, it has the leaf-like, stem-like and root-like structure will be present. Okay, for example, the rhizoids. It is a primitive root-like structure, especially for in a bryophyte plant, they have the rhizoids. It will be helpful to fix the plant on the substratum. Next is the Thallophyta, because under the vascular, non-vascular cryptogam, it will be grouped into two categories, that is a Thallophyta and a Bryophyta. First we are going to see the Thallophyta. Okay, the Thallophyta, the term, it will be derived from the Greek word thallus, means the young shoot or the plant body without root, stem and leaves. Previously we have seen the what? The cryptogam mean, that is a non-vascular cryptogam, the plant body is not well differentiated. That is a root-like, stem-like and leaf-like structure is present. So the thallus, the name Thallophyta, it derived from the Greek word. So thallus means the young shoot or a plant body without root, stem and leaves. Phyta, the term is referred as plants. Bryophyta, Pteridophyta. So phyta means plants. So the plant do not have the well differentiated plant body. Okay, that is root, stem and leaves are absent. Instead of that, root-like, stem-like, leaf-like structure is present. So that is, the plant body is a thread-like structure. It looks like what? The thread-like structure is not well differentiated, like a higher group of the plant. Root, stem and leaves is present. But in this plant there is no root, stem and leaves. So it looks like what? Thread-like structure. So mostly it's a non-vascular because the Thallophyta is come under the non-vascular cryptogams. The sex organs are unicellular and non-jacketed and no embryo formation. So sex organs are unicellular. Unicellular means the sex organ is made up of only a single cell and non-jacketed. That means it's not covered by a protective layer. So in Bryophyta, the sex organs are protected by the jacket layer. That is a sterile layer will be present. But in Thallophyta, so mostly Thallophyta means we can consider the algae. Okay, so the Thallophyta, the sex organ is not protected by covering. So that is a non-jacketed and no embryo formation. So in algae group, they do not have any embryo formation. But the Bryophyte, the embryo formation will be occurred. That's why the Bryophyte is come under the embryophyta. But algae is not come under the embryophyta. So next, the plant in this group are commonly known as algae. So mostly the Thallophyta, so the algae and fungi. Previously the algae and fungi is classified under the Thallophyta, but nowadays according to Whittaker, they will be separately give the place for the fungi, separate kingdom. Okay, so the algae and the fungi is come under the Thallophyta in previous classification, and it's predominantly found in aquatic plant. So mostly it is aquatic. So that is present inside the water bodies or near the water bodies. Mostly it's a autotroph. Okay, so this plant, it will be do the self mode of nutrition and it acts as a primary producer in aquatic bodies or the water bodies. Okay, that's all.